Hey, good morning, investors of the New Black Wall Street. This is your presiding partner, ERGJ, the Intelligent Investor. First, let me just say welcome to all of our new members. You may have been invited, you may have found us, however you did. I just want to welcome you to the New Black Wall Street. We are a group of individuals that are coming together for economic empowerment, and our goal is to grow in wealth and in wisdom. And so this is our weekly address where I just try to keep you apprised of what's going on, where we're going, and kind of keep everybody on the same page. So I just been very pleasantly surprised by the interaction that's going on within the group. So I'm excited about that. I know there was a long thread of conversation about the marijuana industry, and that led into people discussing, creating a business together and working together to build a business, which would be an income stream. And so first, let me start by just addressing the new members. I want to encourage you to read all that you can read and watch all the videos that you can watch. There's a ton of information in this group, and it's all geared towards pretty much finances and the image of Black America. So it's all positive. So if you have something that could be considered negative to say, it's probably gonna get deleted, or it's probably not gonna get approved, because quite honestly, we can find any other group we can go to and we can find the confrontational battles on where we stand in America, or Barack Obama and the hate, whatever the case may be. Well, you can go over there and talk about that stuff. We're a solution-based group. And one of the solutions that we've come up with is we got to do something economically. We got to get some money in our hands. We got to own some assets. We got to own some businesses so that we are a driving force economically. And so that's what we're geared towards. We're not waiting on 40 acres and a mule. We're going to get our own 40 acres and a mule. But at any rate, so read all the articles you can read, watch all the videos that you can watch. You're going to learn about investing here. First, you got to invest in yourself. That's why you got to do the reading and the watching. And then you can learn how to invest in the stock market. And then we'll move into real estate investment. Then we'll move into owning businesses. And then we'll move into creating corporations. And then we'll move into everything else. I asked recently what your vision is. And so if you find that post, leave a comment of what your vision is. But I wanted to kind of set a stage of a vision for you guys. And I really want you guys to think big, because this is big. It's the New Black Wall Street. It's called that for a reason. If you haven't already done it, Google Black Wall Street. There was one in Durham, North Carolina. The most famous one was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You really need to know your history, or the history, because this group is honoring history. But when you think Black, I don't want you to just think the color of our skin or the color of most of the people's skin that's in this group, because it's not about ethnicity. Black is positive cash flow. That's what Black is. So if you look at a balance sheet, you got red, which is in debt, and you got black, which is in wealth. Well, Black is positive cash flow. Black is wealthy. So we want to change the imagery of what we see in society, and we're using this group to do that. But then we also want to put feet to our faith. And so we can start to use some of these tools like the stock market to generate income, to help us to get out of debt, to help us to learn how to make our money do all of the hard labor. So we're going to be teaching you guys that. Now, there is a mock script. I encourage you guys to look at that. If you want to just copy that, or copy the body of that and paste it to your Facebook page or whatever, your personal Facebook page, that can let other people know what you're doing, your friends, your family, things like that. And maybe they want to come and join the New Black Wall Street or this movement. There is 7 steps to your first stock. So check that out, because that's the roadmap. That's the blueprint to you owning your first asset if you don't already. Third, there was a meeting a couple weeks ago, and we record all the meetings and we put them in a group. So scroll down and find meeting recordings and listen to those. You'll see, you'll hear and see some of the stuff that we do on our Monday calls at 8 o'clock. So if you're interested in those calls, you can come to those. We try to record them as well. It's preferable that you join the call, but if you can't because of your obligations, we understand. Fourth, investment club. Woohoo! It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's coming. We are on our way. So I had to refile our incorporation, our limited partnership with the Secretary of State. So that should be coming back this week. Then hopefully our officers can get together and we can get this bank account open. Once we get the bank account open, we can start taking deposits. So for those that don't know, we are starting an investment club, and it's not just a investment club. There will be many investment clubs. The first one's going to be 25 people, and those 25 people, you should know who you are, or you have a good idea whether you are or not. So if you have been, I'm not going to go through all that because we got 250 people in the group, but the 25 people, you should have an idea whether you were part of the first group or not. If you don't have an idea, then you're probably not. If you have an idea, then you probably are. And then we're going to actually get this group going, find success with this group, and then open up another group, and then open up another group. We can do them multiple at the same time, but I really want people to see success, because that's really how a lot of times how people are motivated. We sometimes lack the faith until we see it. So once you see success, then hopefully that'll motivate you to say, hey, let me jump in and let me get involved in a group, and we can get that going. We can get you involved in the group, because there's power in numbers, there's power in agreement, and you don't really want to. It's something magical that happens when you come together with a common cause. And our common cause in this group is to build wealth. That's it. So you have an opportunity, regardless of your political beliefs, regardless of your skin color, regardless of your religious beliefs, that doesn't matter. What we are, our focus is to build wealth. That's it. And that cuts out all that other jargon that we don't really need to be focusing on at this time. Now the vision, kind of what we see, or what I see, is I incorporate all of you guys' stuff, but I want you to think big, man. I really want you to think big. And so I live in Georgia. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and there is this city, or a couple cities in Georgia. It's one is Sandy Springs. I think another one is Johns Creek. Well, these cities are what they call incorporated. Now, some of you legal people, you can, write on this and tell us exactly what that means. But in my understanding of it, they are governed by their own rules, which means that, they got their own city ordinances. They got their own rules, man. It's like a whole nother city inside of a city, or inside of a state. It's just very interesting how they operate. They got laws about curfew and laws about, big loud music. I mean, it's pretty cool, man, because they have come together as a city, as a people, and said, this is how we want our city to run. But how did they do that? Well, they had the money to buy their own city. So I envision us at some point later on down the road get to a place where we can buy Detroit or something like that, and we can build a city, build a community, but not just one. Because the Black Wall Street, they were in just one concentrated area. Well, we want to learn from that mistake, so that if they start bombing our buildings or burning down our platforms or whatever, we have it's called redundancy, where you're not just in one area. So you can build areas in a lot of different places, so you can't be hit all at once. And so that's kind of how that is, redundancy. But at any rate, I see us own a city. So, some people want to own a franchise or whatever. I'm not interested. I want to own a city. And obviously what you do individually helps that, because you're going to own your own business. Maybe you're going to own a franchise. Maybe you're going to own a barbershop. Maybe you're going to own a winery. Maybe you are going to own a farm. You're going to own your own, you're going to be your own lawyer and have your own practice. Whatever it is, you're going to own your own car wash. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter. You're going to become an owner of something, and that can contribute to hiring people. That's going to contribute to bringing income into the city. That's going to contribute to being a stakeholder in the city, so that now you're on the councils, the Chamber of Commerce, all that stuff, man. This is huge, but that's down the road. What we're focusing on now is taking control of your finances, learning how to make your money work for you, getting out of debt, teaching your children the principles of wealth. That's what we're focusing on now. And then as we continue to move forward, as we continue to take steps, as we continue to move together at a I'm not going to say at a snail's pace. I'm going to say at a tortoise's pace, because the tortoise always wins the race. And so we want to be methodical in our movements. We want to continue to spark creativity, innovation, and come together on some things that we can come together. I can't work with all of you, but that doesn't mean that you can't work with someone else in the group on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And so, again, there's going to be a time where you're going to be able to let us know what you do. That's coming down the road as well. Right now, focus on what we need to focus on. Get educated. Learn all that you can learn. Jim Rome says this: a formal education, it'll take care of a living for you. Self-education, it'll take care of your fortune. And so what we're doing, we're self-educating ourselves. We can say, oh, I wonder why I never learned this 20 years ago, why they don't teach this in public school and all of this good stuff. But guess what? We got the tools, we got the internet, we got mentors, we got people that are seeing that we want something and they are helping us to get there. I say it like this: when people know where they want to go and they're off to getting there, then the world, the universe itself, it opens itself up. The Red Sea parts for people that know where they're going and are off to getting there. So we know where we're going and we are off. We're moving to get there. We're not talking about it. We're moving. People are opening up their brokerage accounts. People are, have gotten their first stock. They're joining the cause. They're eager to learn, and we're feeding. Not just me, we are feeding. And so at any rate, this is our weekly address. I know it's long. I'm trying to shut up. There's so much to give you guys, but I just want to give you a snippet of where we are. I'm excited to be a part of this new Black Wall Street. I'm excited to see growth. I'm excited to see interaction and engagement. And guys, as we move forward, just know that we are hell-bent on growing in wealth and in wisdom. In wealth and in wisdom. I look forward to seeing you on a Monday night's call at 8 o'clock. That's posted. I'll bring that to the front. And until we speak again, guys, let's build.